Good evening, friends.
Good evening, everyone.
We are on episode 5 of Real, Raw, and Redeemed. I'm Tracy.
And I'm Kat.
So tonight we're going to start out with an icebreaker.
Yes.
Do you want to start?
I sure will. So, Tracy, where is the most beautiful place you've been?
Germany.
Okay.
Yep.
I never knew that about you, Trace.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, my dad was in the military, so we lived there for a couple years when I was younger.
Okay.
So, beautiful country.
That is amazing.
Yeah, good experience.
I have some German in me.
Do you?
My father's side, yeah.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, I don't know any German.
Dankeschön.
He does speak Pennsylvania Dutch, though, but
Almost
as far as German, I don't. Yeah, you were talking that German, that's for sure.
I almost just started speaking Spanish.
Oh my.
Sorry, wrong language.
Okay, we got some, bilingual skills up in here. Yeah.
A little bit. Kat, are you ready?
I'm ready.
What was your favorite subject in school?
There was a couple. Spanish was one of them. ASL, sign language. That pretty much does it. I would say between those two.
Do you still do sign language?
I don't. I mean, I had a friend who was Down syndrome several years ago, and her and I would communicate when we'd see each other with sign language. It was really fun to practice with her. She was all excited when I signed with her too. So, yeah. I don't really do much of it anymore.
Can you do I love you in sign language?
Oh yes.
Can you show
I love you.
Oh.
It's very simple. Or this. I mean, this is a very, very common one.
Okay.
Yeah. I love you. Yeah.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, I think we should go ahead and just get right into tonight's topic.
What are we talking about tonight, Tracy?
We are talking about self-harm, suicide, and depression. And because the topic is heavy, we're going to get right into it.
Yes.
And Kat's going to start by sharing her story.
Yeah, so right into it. So in a previous video I had talked about, what I had gone through as a child and just an adolescence as a teenager. It's always an awkward time as well. And I never really knew my place. I never really knew, obviously you don't really know who you are when you're 10 to 13 years old, right? So you're figuring out to get a grasp on life and what is life? Why am I here? What's my purpose, right? Those are the questions that were in my mind. I was your normal child, very I enjoyed the outdoors. I enjoyed time with my siblings and friends. I had a very creative imagination. I was very creative. I started playing piano at 7 years old, just picking out songs that I would hear and listen to and then just play it on the piano. I really took my pain and went into my music with it. Very much was therapy for me. Music definitely got me through some of the darkest times in my life. And I was young. I didn't really have a relationship with God. And so I was just kind of coasting through life. And I felt kind of in the background. I was very much of a happy child for the most part. Or that's how people saw me as. But deep down I was hiding some real pain that I never talked. I didn't just say hey, I'm struggling with this. But I was definitely a troubled child. So at age 10, I was self-harming. And, I remember cutting myself. I just didn't love myself. I didn't like myself. I didn't want to be here. And that stemmed from the molestation and the things that I had gone through as a child that I had literally no control over, and I had no idea why it was happening, you know what I mean, and how to get through that. And I would say from ages at 13 was when I attempted 3 suicide attempts. And I'm not going to go into detail as to what those were, but all I can tell you is that each and every time my Father in heaven intervened. Like, heaven came down and administered to me. Like, I was actually mad at him. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be spared or saved. I was so miserable that I wanted out of here. I didn't want to be here. And I told Yah, like, yeah, I don't want to live anymore. I'm done. Like, why do you have me here? Why did you even bother creating me if I'm just going to go through this pain? If I'm going to go through this trauma? Like, you know, the darkness was overtaking me. I had no respect for my own life. I wanted gone. Like, I just wanted to just be done with my life. And I had no understanding as to, like, why, like, what was the reason for the pain? What was the reason for what happened? And nobody was really telling me why I was here. Nobody was really pouring into me, I guess, a sense of purpose, a sense of worth. I was like, I remember being there for everybody at a very young age because I wanted to make everybody feel great about themselves, but while I was feeling like absolute doo-doo, right? I love to brighten people's day. I just love to be an encourager. I think it's because I wanted that myself, and I think that was why I was like trying to brighten people's day. I was like, I don't want anyone to feel depressed. I don't want anyone to feel like how I'm feeling. And so I definitely went out of my way to like make people feel special, make people feel loved. And it's just truly like who I was too and who I am. But I feel like it was coming from a place of like also feeling extremely horrible, you know, just to see someone else smile, like, hey, at least they're having a good day, you know, at least they're having a good life, you know. And I was angry at the Most High. I was angry at him for even bothering to have me live. So that was bad, I know. But at the time, like, I was a child. I didn't really know, like, how to even deal with what I was dealing with, or even understand how to cope with that. And so I started talking to the devil. Like, what's going on? I hear you're a bad guy. Like, you know, let's check you out. And I never did any like rituals or anything, but just obviously communicating to the devil is a bad thing. I'm not justifying that at all. But I wanted truth. Like, I wanted something to stand on, because I would cry out to the Most High Father and beg him to help me. Like, where are you at? Like, where were you at when this was happening to me? Where were you at when I was crying myself to sleep every night? When I was, you know, and there was just nothing that, it seemed like it, right? Like, nothing was coming through. And so, of course, I'm like, you know, talking to the devil and like, hey, what's up, you know? And of course, I've repented from that. I just want you all to know that right now. Like, that's my op. That's my enemy. But he's defeated because I'm still here. Amen.
Yeah.
He's defeated. Yah gets all the glory. Hallelujah. When I was talking to the devil, like, you know, he, of course, told me lies. And I believed those lies because it was confirming how I was feeling. So sometimes we feel how we feel, and those feelings are valid, but the lies that come with those feelings are not true, right? But I didn't care at the time. Like, he was telling me, like, you're worthless, nobody loves you, you know, you just might as well hang it up. And so I took what he said, because it was backing up how I was feeling, and I went with it. And I remember that third suicide attempt, I literally could hear the Father over here and the devil in my ear over here. And it was a back and forth, like, but the Father was speaking to me so clearly, and he said, daughter, I love you. I remember as plain as day, he said, I love you. And I was just like, wow. Like, I heard him audibly in my ear. I love you, daughter. And I could hear the devil over here, like, oh, you know, you're not loved, you're not special, you just need to just off yourself, you know. And so I tried to go through with the suicide, and an angel literally, and I'm not kidding, like this is not a myth or made up, literally felt this angel like get in the way of what I was doing and like push me off and like into the ditch. I was trying to walk in front of a car. This angel came and rescued me. And I truly believe that this angel is still protecting me to this day. I literally feel very protected by the Father. I believe that there's angels, I believe there's demons, I believe that there's evil spirits that are coming out to get us and that are trying to trip us up from our destiny and from our purpose and our calling. I truly believe that. I've seen a lot of things in the spiritual realm that would probably make a lot of people like, wow, is Kat on some type of meds or something? I've seen a lot of stuff. So I know it's real. It's real. Spiritual realm is real. You have a purpose here. I just want you all to know this right now, that your life is valuable. Even though you might feel like it's not, your life is worth living. You have a purpose here. You were created for a purpose. You are here for a purpose. Just know that. You are needed here. Please know that. Now, how I overcame the negativity, the suicidal thoughts, the depression, just having good people around me that spoke life into me really helped me. People that saw my worth or see my worth, that pour into me, like, definitely that's needed. That's very much needed. Number 2, guarding my mind, guarding my thoughts, making sure my mind is thinking positive things and being nice to myself, being loving to myself, respecting myself, and not talking hatefully or negatively to myself. And also the music I listen to, there's a lot of music that I've quit listening to because a lot of that music that I was listening to was encouraging those negative thoughts and those depressive feelings and emotions. And also when it comes to music, because I'm a music lover and music teacher, frequency has a lot to do with the music we listen to. Have you noticed when you listen to a song and you're listening to the song and it just makes you feel good, right? It just has an uplifting tone to it or a beat, and it just makes you happy. It just, and then you listen to a song that's like, wow, like this is sad, or wow, I don't feel so good right now. Like, that's real. Frequency is real. And tonality and just the vibrations in the music itself, that has a lot to do with our mind, and so just be careful what you listen to, be careful what you digest, be careful what you read. I really had to make a lot of changes in my life because I was allowing a lot of negativity and a lot of darkness into my life because it was suiting how I was feeling at the time. And so that's what worked for me. Also, take time for yourself. Take yourself out in nature. That's what helps me. I mean, I'm just sharing the things that have helped me. This is just my personal story. It can differentiate from person to person, whatever works for you. But for me, going out in nature, just being in nature, and I don't know, it just really calms me. And also, like, going to like a coffee shop, I don't know, it just does something to me. It just kind of, just the hominess, and just getting some coffee, just me, myself, and I, just taking myself out and just really thinking and just maybe journaling. That's helped me too. And also quiet time, like just being quiet and just allowing myself to meditate before the Father, and just that's what's helped me in my journey. So, and worship, I love worshiping and just turning my music up really loud. So that's my story. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time. Again, this is my perspective. This is my journey. People have different ways of going about their healing. People have different ways of coping. People have different ways of expressing. I do want to mention this too. During my time of depression and suicidal thoughts, I had dealt with a lot of anger. And so just know that you're not alone in these things. Know that emotions have to come out, because if they don't come out, it will resurface later on in your life. And so be gracious to yourself. Give yourself patience. You know, sadly, this is not talked about enough. And when it is talked about, some people might feel like they're being shot down by people. And so you just kind of keep it in. And you might not share it, but just know, like, there are people out there that care. And I pray that those people can come alongside you. And if you need someone to talk to, you can always reach out to us. We're here to listen, to care, to be a support system for you. And Tracy, I'm going to turn the time over to you as well.
All right. Thank you, Kat, for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
We are definitely real, raw, and redeemed. We feel we know that we are called to share the hard things and talk about the hard things. Mm-hmm. And so suicide is real. And there's people all over the world that are suffering. They're suffering. Yes. They want to end their life. They're self-harming. They have no place to go that they feel safe. They're scared to talk about it. We want you to know that you're not alone.
That's right.
And as Kat said, you're valuable. You're not just needed here, you're wanted here.
Yes.
And so that is a friendly reminder that if you're watching this and you are struggling and you feel like you want to end your life, there is hope, there is help.
Yes.
And so I'm going to call out this number for the state of Michigan. You can text or call 988, and that's in Michigan. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. Or you can go to your local hospital. You can call your local police department if you're struggling, or if you're at that point where you're like, I'm going to end my life. Mm-hmm. Please, 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 please reach out.
Yes.
Because you are wanted.
Yes.
And you are needed.
Yes. Amen. Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
And for those of you who have lost loved ones due to suicide, I have lost several friends to suicide. We are praying for you. We are here for you. We remember them every day. We miss them every day. We have not forgotten what they offered in this life. And so, again, thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. I hope it can be an encouragement to you all. I hope that it can be an inspiration. And just know that you are valued, you are treasured, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Thank you again.
Have a good night.